to folks. It's been a minute since our next guest has been on the show, and thank God she is back. This is a Bravo breakdown. You know her as the amazing Instagram account at blocked_by_Jax. We know her as Jennifer. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. And I can actually live up to the name again. I have been reblocked by Jax.
Well, that was my first question was the Valley ended its run last week and Jax Taylor ended his run potentially on reality TV. And you guys had unblocked each other, but you're saying you're blocked again.
I'm blocked again, yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, I think just obviously like I think anyone who calls out his behavior, he just, unless you're Frank Drummond or whoever, like Frank Drummond. You're going to get blocked. But yeah, but honestly, I kind of feel like all is right with the world again. Like I was blocked, then unblocked. And like there felt like there was an unbalance when I was unblocked. Like it wasn't.
It's weird. I'm unblocked right now, and he blocked me earlier on in this season, and then his publicist, which there's some hinky things happening with his publicist right now, but then his publicist was like, I'm going to have him unblock you. And I was like, don't have him unblock me. I'm fine. Like, I'm fine with the block. And, it's very weird to not be blocked by Jax. And I live in fear of Jax.
Oh, yeah. You don't need to.
Well,
I mean, again, that's the worst he'll do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's not going to be on TV. So there was really big news in terms of Jax himself this week in that yesterday, Lori, his publicist, who also is Britney's publicist, he removed that she was his publicist on his Instagram account and removed all of the markings of that being, a working relationship. And then today it is back up on his Instagram account. What do you think happened?
I'm sure she dropped him. And I'm sure we'll hear the whole thing. I needed to part ways with her. It's not good for my mental health. She's like, I thought
you were about to say it's not good for my brand. And I'm like, are you kidding me at this point?
No, he'll twist it. I'm sure to be like, it was my choice. My thing. Like, I bet you he just doesn't know how to press save. Like when you do your bio. Like, I think that's.
Well, no, but it disappeared and now it's back on again today.
They followed each other too, right?
But now that he refollowed her today.
Oh my God. I can't imagine that someone with his track record right now, you would like drop them and then pick them up again right away.
Well, I thought it was just because that's a smart business move because you can't afford to be paying a publicist if you don't have any jobs.
Right.
It's like, and I don't, and doesn't
she's doing a pro bono now? I don't know.
Well, doesn't she co-host his podcast with him?
I think, does she? I mean,
I'm so confused.
There's been like weird things about them before in the past, like when.
Yeah. There was always all these rumors. And there was one time when Britney unfollowed Lori, but Britney is like the breadwinner right now. So Britney would be the primary client in terms of that family.
Right. Like if you want to keep one of them happy, it should be Britney.
Yeah. Shots. What did you think of this season of The Valley?
I mean, I thought it was entertaining. I honestly just loved seeing Kristen. Kristen, please unblock me. Kristen in this like.
Wait, why did Kristen block you?
I have no idea. This has
protecting her peace.
Like this was before you can even block people like with the same account. Like so, I'm not blocked by her on my personal account. It was like before that feature that you could block any account associated with the one you're blocking. Like, I don't even remember I was probably doing a rewatch and was like, you're fucking nuts or something. But
yeah, that'll do it.
But like I loved watching her and Luke and like her whole journey and like how she's the most like sane person on Bravo TV now. And so I liked that, but I think that the Jax stuff was really, really dark. It did get like I was watching it and my now fiance was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" It was the scene on the stairs where he's like, "Tell me you've never done coke before." And Brittany was like, "I never said I haven't." And he was like, "Why are they like fighting over who's done coke?" I was like, "Oh,
Which, by the way, you just recently got engaged and congratulations. But I can't imagine if your fiance is watching that, that's like a good sign of things to come of like, wait a sec, they're married and they're fighting like this? What is this? What?
yeah." I know.
Yeah, this could be, this, if we ever get coke problems, this could be us.
I know. I'm like, "Would you see how normal I am now? Like, whenever I nag you about, doing
I
the
just,
dishes, at least I don't nag you about doing coke if you want to." Like,
you're not doing the dishes. That's not nowhere near as bad as the coke stuff. I found out that they're officially starting filming in 2 weeks. What do you want to see from the Valley, or what do you expect to see?
I would think it would be really fun to see Brittany like being single and dating. Like, kind of, how we would watch like Sutton go on all those dates and it was like so awkward and weird.
Oh, you think Brittany's going to get a cat sweater or something like that?
I want Brittany to wear like a Hooters shirt and be like, "Hey, y'all," like,
I mean, I do think we're going to see Brittany date, but that scares me then because we know about Jax and we won't see him on TV. So we're going to see him raging. But do you think they'll keep mentioning Jax on the show and keep showing his rage texts?
yeah, I think we'll still get the rage text. She's like, "Oh my God, I went out with him last night. Jax heard about it. And now look at all these rage texts I'm getting." Like, I think we'll definitely hear about it. I mean, his presence will be known, I'm sure. He's going to
Yeah,
hear.
it's like Darth Vader. Like, you always knew Darth Vader was there in Star Wars, but sometimes you just didn't see him. But at the same time, like, I can't get over that admission of pushing Brittany into the rose bush. And that's where it gets like scary and not fun at all, because you're like, holy crap. Like, is I'm not trying to offend Jax, but like, is Brittany safe? Because that takes it such to a different place.
Oh, yeah. No, it completely takes it to a different place. And I mean, I think it's like shocking that all of this is like just starting to come out now. Like, she really did protect him for such a long time. And I mean, no, he like the throwing of the furniture and all that stuff. And like they have a kid now. So, this stuff is even scarier than it would be like if you were just living in the house, them two. So, and
They
Zoom.
all have kids. I wish they would like just recast the Valley with just people with no kids. Like, the fact that they all have kids, that's what scares me every time I watch it.
Or we could just have CPS come take all of them and keep the cast.
A very special episode of the Valley. They all part ways with their children. Where did you land in terms of the Dodie Janet of it all?
Oh my God. And it's so funny because Janet follows me. So she sees like all the stories of me watching it. And I'm like, I hate Janet. I can't stand her. Like, I can't believe she hasn't blocked me. And that, like, I honestly think that she must love reading negative shit about her. Cause I'm like, why are you watching these? Like, I'm talking so awful about you. But like, I think that I think she started off strong. Her birthday at Dave and Buster's, I was like, okay, like she's getting a little better. Maybe she got some self-awareness like since season 1, and then it just went like completely downhill. Like,
Well, I always wonder if like, I think the audience now thinks so much about production and stuff like, the behind the scenes, where I'm like, are they encouraging her to like go after people? Because you're like, well, why would you keep doing this if it didn't work? Like, it wasn't great the first season. Like, it seems like she really put the pedal to the metal in the second season. And then on top of it, continued to, some people would say go after Danny, or some people would say, well, let people know what Danny was doing. Where did you land on the Danny of it all?
so I think with the Danny stuff, like I mean, I think he apologized in probably like what 8 out of the 12 episodes. Like, we were watching these heartfelt apologies with Jasmine, and on it, like, they seemed genuine. I feel like the audience, like, one thing that all of the viewers are really good at is, like, clocking people's bullshit. Like, you can tell when someone is not having a genuine apology, and, like, we're all really good, I feel like, at being like, "That was bullshit. They're not actually sorry." I think he was, and it seemed like Jasmine had moved on, and if Jasmine doesn't wanna move on, that's fine, but I agree that she's, like, the only one who should really
Has a
be
right.
bringing this up if she wants to. But Janet is just like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah." Like, they'll be like, "Oh my god, it's, like, 70 and sunny today." And she's like, "It is." And also, like, Danny groped someone last night. Like, it's like,
It's the same weather as when Danny groped Jasmine. Yeah, like,
reminds me of that night when
Well, that's what I always talk about to the audience. I'm like, is there anybody like I love Dodie's journey and seeing where she's at now and stuff. And I think Luke is weirdly not made for reality television because he really is just like, let's be quiet. This isn't our business. Or he'll apologize like, hey, that wasn't my business. Sorry to say that. And I'm like, he seems like a normal person. But is there anybody else on this cast that you do believe they're bullshit?
I mean, I really do believe, like, I believe Danny and Nia. I believe everything with them. Janet and Jason, if there's one person I don't like more than Janet, it's now Jason.
And just because you feel like Jason followed Janet's lead? But I mean, he's in love with his wife, so he's
I
going to stand up for her, right?
but I'm in love with my fiance, and, like, I feel like I would hold him accountable to some degree. I wouldn't be like, "Fuck you, you're an idiot," but I'd be like, "Come on, like, maybe that was a little too far. Maybe we should just shut this down, move on," you know? But like, if I have to hear that he's a lawyer one more time, and then what did Kristen say? What kind of lawyer is he?
Said, "You're a workers' comp lawyer for the actual company, you know?"
And he's like, "I still went to law. I still did my LSAT." Like, okay,
Well,
Elwood, relax.
I mean, the thing that I don't get with Jason sometimes is that, like, the Danny of it all when Jax is right there. And it just goes to show you, like, in personal life, if you are, like, in a closer relationship with your friend, you're going to stand, like, he's in too deep with Jax to maybe be able to see, like, how toxic Jax can be. Because Danny seems like just a very small fraction of darkness compared to Jax.
Right. Like, I mean, what Danny did obviously is not okay, but I don't think you look at Danny and you're like, his wife is unsafe, like his children are unsafe.
Yeah.
Like Jax, you're like, okay, he's terrifying. I don't know if like maybe Jason feels like
He's a good influence
on the show. Like we need to stand by him. Like because like Jason doesn't seem like an idiot. Like he does seem like a smart person.
Yeah.
So that's like what's so baffling. I don't know. I really don't understand it because, like, you're so right. Like with the Danny of it all, like, why? Like, how do you stand up for Jax? Like when,
and then you found out that Jax was like targeting Danny before they even started shooting the second season, and he was trying to get other people on board, and it looks like he did that. So it's like, I feel like they should have abandoned any plan to go after Danny once Jax went into rehab, because I think that changes the season entirely.
Right, like that completely changed everything. And I feel like Janet is just kind of like a dog with a bone. Like she can't let go. And I mean,
but she thinks she's a dog with a bone, but she thinks she's doing what's right in her head.
Right. She's delusional.
What do you think about Jesse and Michelle?
Jesse and Michelle. So I thought Jesse was hilarious this season. And I feel bad because, if he really was like awful to her in their marriage and whatnot, like spending all their money and like doing these things, like that's not okay. It's all like, and also if she was cheating and all that kind of stuff, that's not okay with like Ramona Eyes Aaron or like whatever his name is. But like none of that's okay. But I actually really enjoyed him this season. I thought he was so funny. Him and Kristen's friendship is something like I never knew I needed.
But also, it's a friendship that it didn't make a lot of sense to me. The fact that Kristen was like, yes, I'll come have tea with you. And then all of a sudden she's Team Jesse. But part of that Team Jesse felt like to spite Michelle.
Right. And then I feel like now if they ever weren't friends again, I would be devastated.
Well, I mean, I think because Jesse has done a lot of things that you're like, oh, that's pretty bad. And Kristen's like still riding with Jesse. And it was like how, and Michelle, did you get the sense in the reunion where Andy was like focusing on them a little bit? And I almost felt like Andy got bored. He was like, yeah, whatever. It's fine it's good that you're not together, right? Like he was like, it's good, right? Let's move on.
I feel like it's just Michelle's demeanor and the way she talks. Like she really doesn't have a lot of expression or emotion, which I feel
I
like
talk very slow and get
well,
to
trust
it.
me, you called me a hooker. Like, if my baby daddy called me a hooker, I'd be like, "You fucking called me a
Yeah.
hooker."
She's like totally, he's made her deadened.
Yeah,
She's like dead behind the eyes now.
"You called me a hooker." Like, the same expression saying that, like, "Oh, can you, move your cup out of my way?" Like, I'm trying like, I don't
It's
even know.
Now I want to talk about our friends over at Mint Mobile. So you know what doesn't belong in your epic summer plans? Getting burned by your old wireless bill. And that is why I made the switch to Mint Mobile, and I am saving oodles of money. And now, for a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering 3 months of unlimited premium wireless service for $15 a month on the nation's largest 5G network. You're going to say goodbye to jaw-dropping monthly bills, those unexpected overages. Oh my God, one summer I paid an insane amount in overages. Mint Mobile is going to be here to rescue you. So it comes with that high-speed data, the unlimited talk and text on that largest 5G network. So ditch your overpriced wireless network and get 3 months of unlimited service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. I love it. So this year, what are we going to do? We're going to skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank. Get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/so-bad. That's important. Mintmobile.com/so-bad. Even though it's so good. That's mintmobile.com/so-bad. Upfront payments of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. We are talking about our friends at Quince today. Now, I just wore a Quince product the other night. I wore my beautiful, breathable navy sports jacket, which has come so in handy this summer. I'm actually overusing it. So why drop a fortune on basics when you don't have to? Quince has the good stuff, high-quality fabrics, classic fits, and lightweight layers for warm weather, all at prices that make sense. Everything I've ordered from Quince has been nothing but solid. They have the closet staples you're going to want to reach for over and over, like cozy cashmere and cotton sweaters from just $50, breathable flow knit polos, and comfortable lightweight pants that somehow work for both weekend hangs and dressed up dinners. And the best part, everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you the luxury pieces without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So, you got to keep it classic and cool, like your boy Ryan, LOL. You're going to have long-lasting staples from Quince. Go to quince.com/so-bad for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/so-bad to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/so-bad. Folks, I have a new product I'm obsessed with, and that is IndaCloud. Some days, your brain needs a vacation your body can actually afford, and that's where IndaCloud comes in. You juggle the chaos. Listen, I'm talking about Bravo's The Valley for 3 hours at a clip. I do that. I have to answer emails. You even go outside sometimes. So yeah, you've earned a better way to unwind. Enter IndaCloud. It's federally legal THC in the form of gummies, pre-rolls, and flower designed to turn hanging on into fully chilling. So, if you're 21 or older, head to indacloud.co, indacloud.co, and use code SOBAD, even though it's so good, to get 25% off your first order plus free shipping. That's indacloud.co, code SOBAD, 25% off, free shipping. Just a better vibe in your mailbox. I got to tell you, the first time I tried IndaCloud, I was having a night, right? I was really, really, really super burned out. I had been talking about Jax Taylor for a very long time, and that can really eat at you. And then I took a gummy, and it everything kind of just fell away. I was able to tune out my work and just vibe. We love to say the word vibe, and I was vibing. So whether you're chasing deeper sleep, better focus, or just some peace between your streaming marathons, okay, that's directed totally at me. This is how adults get elevated now. If you're 21 or older, just to remind you, now is your chance to float above the stress because IndaCloud is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Just use code SOBAD or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's indacloud.co, INDACLOUD.co. Use code SOBAD for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Fill out their quick survey when you order to support this show. That is really important, and I appreciate that in advance. And make your week more enjoyable. All thanks to IndaCloud. Did you see the stuff? They talked about a little bit on the third part of the reunion, but then Jesse's girlfriend did a whole TikTok comment about the Zen party finale that she came to. And allegedly, according to this comment, saying that Aaron, who is Michelle's, the big-eyed guy that she's broken up with now, that he grabbed Jesse's girlfriend after cameras went down. Did you see that comment?
I did. And that's the whole legal thing, right? That can't said now. And
what? And Jasmine allegedly has video of it, she says.
Well, come on, Jasmine.
Well, I'm so curious because if Jasmine was grabbed by Danny and then Michelle's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend Aaron grabbed Jesse's girlfriend and she has video, shouldn't that come to light? Or was that a declaration that Jesse's girlfriend's going to be on season 3?
I feel like that should, the way that Andy was saying it was you know what, if she's going to be part of your life, obviously she's going to be on the show and whatnot. But Jessie seemed like she really didn't want to be part of it. So I don't know.
Well, I always wonder if it's there's contract negotiations because Aaron didn't get paid a dime to do the show.
Right.
And, I remember seasons where Brock didn't get paid a dime on Vanderpump to be on there with Sheena. So you've got to want to do it. But I don't know at what point it's okay, I do want to actually come on and share my story. So I was trying to think of season 3 storylines, and that seems to be one because we still don't know why Aaron and Michelle broke up, right?
Right. We have no idea, but it obviously wasn't on good terms because doesn't he keep posting stuff? It was National Girlfriend Day, and he posted some shady story. And
he posted himself at the gym shirtless, showing his abs. It was how would we support you for that? What is dude, that's weird.
I know. I wonder if that has to do with it. Because when was the reunion? May? And they broke up.
When they shot it?
Yeah. And then they broke up not long after. I want to say June or July.
Well, I thought they just broke up last month. So I thought it was
July, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a month and a half or 2 months after they shot the reunion. So I'm curious if anything from that night happened because Michelle was living with him.
Right. It wasn't a small deal that their relationship.
And she said how much Isabella loves this man.
Yeah, she wanted to have more children with him, all these things.
So I think that really saved Michelle's spot on season 3. But then we also have the rumors that Sheena and Lala are getting bumped up to full time and Schwartz is going to be there. What do you think of that?
Honestly, Schwartz, I feel I could do him in small doses. If he's sprinkled into an episode here and there, I don't really know what he'll do or his purpose will be on the show without Jax, because I know they have the whole apartment, Melrose Place thing going on with each other. But the Sheena, honestly, after reading her book, I really have zero interest in ever having her.
Wait. So you read My Good Side by Sheena Shea, and what was
the free Spotify version?
Oh, so you listened to the audiobook version, and what were what stuck out to you in the book?
So what stuck out, first of all, it's a whole, if anyone's thinking of reading it, it's a whole different experience having Sheena read it to you. So if you want the full on experience of the book, I think listening to it is really the way to go. But I don't think I realized how much the show and all of that means to her. It is literally her life. Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it with my eyes. I read it before I listened to the audiobook
Every
version.
single decision she makes in her life, every single thing she does in her personal life is about that show.
It's the
And
same thing with, like, when Sandoval did that interview, for the New York Times during Scandal, and he was, like, talking about, he's like, the way he lives his life. He's like, he thinks he's on camera all the time, and I was just like, "Oh my god." That needs to be studied of people that have been on reality TV this long, where all they do is think about storyline and show and everything. And I think Sheena can't help it now, but even in her normal life, she creates storylines everywhere. And now she's reached out to other, like the Mormon wives, and like she has her hand. It's like 6 degrees of Sheena Shea all the time.
it's so weird. And I also don't think I've ever seen anyone in my life and I watch a lot of reality TV, who is so concerned with what other people think about them at all times. Like, that is just the constant in her mind. Like, I almost feel kind of bad for her because
Oh,
that
I mean, I don't know how I told her this when she came on the show. I was like, how are you? Because she does seem like she has like PTSD a little bit from fan reaction, yet at the same time, she runs towards that instead of away from it. So I'm like, and you realize like this is her full career. And right now she's riding a wave that even if people are like, I didn't like the book was somewhat successful in terms of like New York Times bestseller and all of that stuff. So this is her golden moment. But to have the golden moment, you have to reveal that that Brock cheated on you.
right, which was so wild to me that they chose to reveal that. Like, no one she's like, I wanted to reveal it in case that woman comes out in the future and reveals it. I'm like, it's been 5 years. I think if she was gonna come out with the information, maybe she would have done it, like, I don't know, while the show was on the air,
You won't.
while, like
I want to know the conversation. Like, I wish that was filmed, the conversation where Sheena reveals to Brock that she wants to put it in the book. And he's like, nah, there's a lot of other great stuff we can put in there. No, 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 no. Like, I mean, I mean, at some point, like, he's got to support her. Like, Sheena's like the breadwinner in a lot of ways, but there had to have been this like, oh man, really? Do we have to do that? Like,
I
we
know.
can tell more stories about Shay.
She's probably like, "If I can't put this in, like, you have to get a 9 to 5." And he was like, "Done."
He goes,
But
yeah,
put it in.
put it in there. Let her rip.
I wanna see this letter he wrote her, the one that she said was, like, the most, like, illiterate piece of shit she's ever read in her life.
Yeah, you guys, if you didn't like, he misspelled a bunch of words, and she made sure that was in there, which is like a great detail. But she burned the letter in the fire after reading it, I guess.
How symbolic. I know.
And then like she threw a Rubik's cube at him, I believe,
Yeah.
and so she's triggered by Rubik's
And
cubes.
F45 gems.
And F45, I think we're all triggered by F45 gyms, but the Rubik's Cube needs to go in like Andy's club. It's like Sheena's kryptonite at this point.
I know, there's just, like, a dot of blood on it or something.
It's like a speck. Well, I mean, so Brock, they're allegedly going good. And so, I think I can see a world in which Sheena would, obviously, she's already been on the Valley, but her storyline would be bumped up because in some ways they will be able to talk about this scenario on the show.
I almost just, like, don't care anymore, though. Like, we read it in the book, and the affair was like, this all happened years ago. Like, even her finding out was during, like, season 11 of Vanderpump. That was already, like, 3 years ago.
So you're saying if he freshly cheated on her, that would be better for the
Yeah,
show.
like, maybe if someone's listening to this, you could, like, seduce him or something. We can get, like, a fresh affair going on. I don't 'Cause, like, I don't need to see the aftermath of your affair that happened 5 years ago that Sheena found out about 8 years ago. I don't know. I just feel like every time she is on the Valley, and, like, I don't dislike Sheena, and I understand, like, why people like her and whatnot, but I feel like a lot of her appearances on the Valley seem very forced, and she's, like, saying things to get reactions, like when she said that Brock gave her a hemorrhoid because, his penis is so big, and, like, they're all just having, like, a day on the beach, and she's like, "I had hemorrhoids from, like."
Well, Dude, that's what I'm saying. Sheena's kind of weirdly brilliant in some ways because then Sheena realized that was going to be on the show, and then her team reached out to Preparation H and got a fucking sponsor. Like, imagine having issues with like butt stuff, and then you're like, well, I've already embarrassed myself with it on reality television. Why not make some money? And reaches out to Preparation H, and she was ready. She was ready with a brand sponsorship the day after it aired, and I was like, and I even asked her. I said, listen. I reached out because I was like, it was keeping me up at night. I was like, did you already have the Preparation H sponsorship and they tried to get you to like jam in an anal thing in the show? Or did you say that and then do it? She's like, no, we said it. And then I realized it was going to be in the show. And then my team reached out because I was like, isn't that wild?
They reached out to Prep H.
They reached out to Preparation H after they realized it was going to be in the show. And I was like, that's a good team of like people that like, well,
probably like, did you mean to DM someone else? Like, you know what, like this.
Don't know if you heard about my butt stuff, but would love to see if we could collab on like I don't know. It's like what a way to turn shit into gold or something. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, hemorrhoids are good as gold.
And then I talked about it on the show and I made a video about it. And then Preparation H reached out to me and they sent me a care package. And I was like, I don't even do butt stuff. Like, and they're like, oh, you could put it under your eyes and stuff. And I was like, I don't, but I was like, this is crazy.
Oh my God. So it's if Prep H is listening, maybe
yeah, hey guys, Jennifer, she's engaged now.
I don't do butt stuff, but I'll do the eye stuff.
Yeah. I was like, I was like, is Preparation H just like an anal thing? Is that like all it's used is is it a butt company? And they're like, no, you can use it like all over.
It actually does really work for like puffy eyes. It really does.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't, but see, I wouldn't have known that except for Sheena. So that's great. But Sheena to me is turning into a little bit of like Lisa Barlow on Salt Lake City, where they gave her all the brand sponsorships like Kerastase and Wendy's last season. And do you always notice that with Lisa? Like she managed to get all the brand sponsorships?
I did, but those are so funny. I love those for Lisa. With Sheena, I don't know. I feel like with Lisa, it seems a little more organic. And with Sheena, it seems a little more forced. I don't know what it is. Like,
well, because then the next week on the Valley, they talked about salmon sperm facials. And then Janet and Sheena were on like a Cortini billboard on Sunset Boulevard. And that was another one where I was like, are you guys just trying to like throw in products in hopes of sponsorships at some point?
Yeah. Like at this point, it's going to be like Post-its. Like you're going to see.
Sheena always just clocks like what location they're filming in and then just like what's around. I'm like, okay, those are Bic pins. So remember, you can pick up a Bic pin and tell how much you love Bic pins.
Right. Like,
yeah. Brock put a Bic pin in my butt once and it really, it'd be great.
Mr. Brock when he cheated and now it's going to.
Oh my God, a Sheena Rubik's Cube would be in like a spot, like a branded Rubik's Cube, like a good as gold. Like that would be great.
With Ariana after Scandival, she was like in all those commercials, like for the batteries and like.
Oh yeah. I mean, and Britney now is interesting because Britney's getting a lot of sponsorships. And I noticed right before we did this today, they had the first preview for Fox's Special Forces, which Britney is going to be one of the contestants on. Did you see this?
I saw that she's going to be on it. I haven't seen the preview yet, but I know that like Teresa and Gia are on there too, right?
Yep. Teresa and Gia. And in the preview, the one I saw, I only saw Britney crying once. I didn't see her say anything, but she was already crying. And so I'm like, oh man, I'm fully watching Special Forces.
I'll watch that for Britney. I think she'd be really funny on there. Same with Gia and Teresa. So.
Like, I'm learning to train myself to combat myself against Jax.
And Gia's like, huh?
She reminds me of Gia.
Did you watch by everything? So
did you watch Next Gen NYC?
I did. I loved it.
What did you love about it?
I just saw it. I love Ariana Bierman. Like I am such a huge fan of her now.
She came off really good in that season.
Oh my God. And she was the one that I was prepared to like hate. Like I was not ready to love her like I did. I was like, oh my God, I can't stand like the whole phoniness of like all the things like the fake posts that the family does, like with the pregnancy, remember with like Brielle, like all that kind of
It'll
crap.
be like click. It's like, clickbait, and they get paid when you click on like, and I love it. So ridiculous. Some of these people will be so goofy, like, guess who died in our family? Click here.
It's like my dad's uncle's son's nephew. Like, but she ended up being probably, I think, my favorite person on that show. And I love her and her boyfriend together too. And I
love them.
That episode 1, she like clocked Kim, was like, she stole my money. Like,
yeah. Kim Zolciak, you guys. And did you see Croy this week? Croy is fighting back for like full custody of the kids.
Yeah, and said that she's like an endangerment to them, or like.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. I was thinking about this because of Brandi Glanville recently as well. It's weird of like, there is such a cringe factor on certain behaviors or, where you're at, and you're trying to have empathy, but at the same time, then they're directly monetizing the horrible nature of their own actions. Like Kim was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy's like, so you take money from your kids, and she was having to sit there and listen to it. And then Brandi Glanville's like, I've got a face parasite. I'm really like, she did a whole press tour last week talking about how bad things are.
What did she put on her face? Nair. Oh my God. Yeah.
But if you had a face parasite, why are you putting anything on your face at all at this point?
I know.
Like that's the dark side of Housewives.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like, I saw that Croy now like has a normal 9 to 5 like sales job.
Yeah, he's a sales associate.
And like, I saw someone like make fun of him for that. And I was like, that's so fucked up. Like, he's trying to support his family. He's not going to be a football player anymore. He's not going to be a reality star anymore. Like, why would you make fun of somebody who is trying to better their life? Like,
yes, that's the real world. If Croy all of a sudden was like, I got to get TikTok famous, that would be another like cringy thing. And it's like, that's what I want Jax to do. I want Jax to announce of like, I'm going to community college, like get a career. Nobody should be depending on reality shows.
Class at like the Valley Community College, and like Jax.
GCC. He's like, and then we learn Jax has a hard time reading. They're like, sound it out, Jax. I can't read.
Yeah, flips a desk over. He's like, it's all your fault to the teacher. Like,
and they're like, there's no cameras here, Jax. You're acting like you're on reality TV right now. Like, that's
it's your fault. You didn't tell me I was going to have to read this today. I didn't.
And he's like, Alex, I had a great scene at community college today. And they're like, Jax, we're not filming you anymore. Please just chill out.
You 4 times delete this number. Please.
Next Gen NYC, Charlie is kind of like a crypto young version of a Jax Taylor type character. I wonder if he'll sign up for season 2.
I know. I'm curious because I know the headline for what he did is so weird. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know he was part of a whole crypto thing.
There was like a cryptos thing where like these 2 guys kidnapped a crypto guy and made them give them his crypto and like tortured him over the course of, but they were like also allegedly making him do drugs. But then people were saying he was like doing drugs willingly. But then Charlie was just there. Charlie was like in the background
like
at some point.
Like he wasn't doing anything. He was just a bystander.
Can you imagine if that's your life of like, oh, that's Randy. We kidnapped him for Bitcoin, but you're still welcome to chill and party with us here,
Oh yeah, here was the article. It's like new Bravo star Charlie is at the scene of crypto torture arrest, sometimes crashed at Soho House of Horrors. And it's like, that is the most bizarre headline. Like,
and that, by the way, that's if you're looking to get into crypto, just read that headline. Like, that's not the crypto torture house. I mean,
House of Horrors. Like,
yeah, it was like I was like, what? We need Andy and a camera. So, I mean, season 2, Next Gen NYC, really good. Back to Valley for 1 second. What do you think about Lala if they expanded her role? Because I've been really anti that, but are you one of the like, no, we need more Lala? Because they're out there.
So I used to love Lala until that last season of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Kind of just like was switched from like Ariana's side to team, like, I need to feed my kids. You're like, and I always think the Titanic meme, like, I have a child, like with Cal. And
did you make that meme?
I did. And I just think, I don't know, like, I don't dislike her. I think I would prefer her over Sheena, but um, I don't know what she would really bring to the show right now. Like, is she? I feel like she doesn't really go out or do that much. She's kind of just home with her kids. I also really am I don't want to hear about Randall anymore and all that crap.
I don't think she's legally allowed to talk about Randall.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I like her. I just don't know if we need her per se. Like, I don't know if they're bringing on new people now that Jax is going to be gone. If they're going to bring on a couple new cast members who like aren't Lala and Sheena.
Well, it's like I think you've got to help Janet out a little bit and maybe build out her friends a little bit more, because it seems like she is so disliked by the audience that you almost need people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ally, right? Like,
yeah, she needs an ally a little bit. And I'm like wondering if that's the space Lala will fill, because if I was trying to fill, and I do know they're friends in real life. So I'm like, is that Lala's purpose for this next season? Because you're trying to fill like holes. And then Brittany, I'm glad she's away from Jax. Great mom, seems to really be like focused on Cruz. But then it seems like the Brittany in between the friend groups, that's going to be a storyline.
Brittany, and that I think it is so bizarre to me that she like genuinely can't see why people are angry at Janet or like frustrated with her.
Yeah, I love her. She's been very good to me. She does shots with me. It's very good.
But then Janet's like, I'm taking off your birthday post. I'm not.
That was wild when they revealed that Janet like removed her birthday post once she found out she was hanging out with Jax. And I was like, that's so high school. Like that is, and it really shows you we never grow up in some ways.
Right. Like we really truly don't. And I thought that was just so wild. And I mean, Brittany, I feel like Brittany this year, she's always been like the sweet, like Kentucky muffin, like, everyone always thought she was so innocent, and maybe relative like she is compared to all the Vanderpump Rules people.
Yeah.
But I feel like it kind of started to crack a little bit this year. And a lot of people were calling her out for her behavior as a friend to Zach and Kristen. And like, I thought it was really bizarre when they were in Hawaii for the engagement and like Nia and Danny were showering because they were on a fishing boat all day.
And Brittany's like, I'm not going to stay around here if they can't be down here.
And it's like, well, it's not about them. It's not about you either. You stay down there because Kristen got engaged. Like, yeah. And I thought she was a little weird this season with that stuff.
Yeah, very little. And also, you get the impression that Brittany loves to shit talk, but we don't ever see it on camera.
Oh my God. I died when they were like, Danny, you said Danny was inappropriate to you at a party. And she was like, you were kind of following me around.
No, you were being all funny. You weren't all up on me or nothing. You were just being kind of funny and goofy. It was really cute, but it sounds like
she was like, he was so creepy. Oh my God. Like,
exactly.
Predator. Like,
I mean, that's what I'm so curious if we're going to get those kind of real moments where we do see Brittany, because Brittany seems obviously to have a weird thing with Danny and Nia. And I do think like if Nia, like the way she handles herself, I don't think she's coming off as like, I'm better than you all, but I think they think she's coming off as better than them all. So I think there's a natural tendency to dislike somebody like that. And I want to see Brittany speak about it.
And I think with Brittany too, with Nia, I think there might be like a jealousy element there as well. As like Nia kind of has that life that Brittany always wanted with Jax, of like the big family, and all that. And like it was crumbling for her this season. And I think she wanted to expose like any little thing that Danny could do also, because she didn't want to be alone in that and like wanted to see.
But it's just so weird though, because the actual life, as Nia and Danny are both saying, like, it's not like we're fucked. We have so many kids. We don't get sleep. Like, it's like, it's not glamorous. And the fact that seems to be jealous, because I'm like, oh God, I wouldn't want to switch places with them at all. And yet that's what they're jealous of.
I know they moved, but their condo this season, every time they shot a scene there, it gave me the worst anxiety.
Yeah, I was like, move to Santa Clarita. I was fully in on the Santa Clarita move.
I'm like, oh my God, you guys should move to like Oklahoma and get just acres and acres of land and just let your kids like run free. Like,
I've asked you this before, but what would it take to get you to do a reality show and like talk about your fiance and your actual life?
I feel like I want to be on Summer House. Okay. I know I'm in my mid 30s, but I want to be on
How are your feet?
my feet.
You got good feet? Like, I mean, like Jesse might be into it. Like,
Oh,
if
I mean,
you're,
tan lines for Carl.
oh my God, you guys, she does have tan lines. So that would be, oh, Carl meets a new girl with tan lines on season 10 of Summer House.
But like my fiance has zero interest in any of this stuff. Like he thinks it's all just like, 'cause I swear to God, he walks in at the worst times when I'm watching a show. Like he walked in at the Valley when they were screaming about cocaine. He walked in Summer House when they were drinking Lindsay's breast milk. And he's like, what the fuck are these shows that you watch?
I'm so desensitized because that breast milk thing, that was nothing to me. I was like, yeah, have some breast milk. I would have some, like, didn't even think about it at all. And that turns out to be a weird thing. I was like, yeah, it's breast. Who cares?
Oh yeah. He was like, that's what is this show you're watching? That's so weird. And I'm like, so like, I know he would never, ever in a million years do a show. I feel like I would like, if I was ever going to be on a show, it would have to be something like Summer House where you let them into your life, but like for a weekend, not like a full.
Or you just want to be in the background of a Summer House party.
I want to go to a party so bad. When I was hammered in France in June for my sister's wedding, I messaged Kyle and asked him if I can go to one. And he said yes. And like, but it's hard to like pick a weekend. And I was like, I don't care what weekend. I was
And
like,
so did you follow up?
and I didn't. He had never read it. And I'm like, oh my God, I will go to, I'll clean the house too. I'll do whatever you want. Like,
Oh my God. Well, it's really short-sighted too, because I always think like they should take a lot of us Bravo creators and invite us to like a weekend of a party and like have a meme competition or something and just like have us get content for a weekend. And on top of it, they can get us drunk and then make fun of us and then use it against us when we post something weird and negative against them.
right. Yeah, they could be like, oh my God, Ryan was walking.
Yeah, Ryan was Ryan was sucking Jesse's toes. It was crazy. Yeah. Well, so we lost Paige on Summer House. We have some new cast additions. What are you hoping for? We still don't know Lindsay's full role, and there's like an alleged spinoff happening with Lindsay shooting in September. Do you know anything?
So, I mean, the only thing that I hope if Lindsay does have a spinoff is that there is no Danielle in like a large capacity.
Why do you not like Danielle?
Can't stand Danielle.
But why?
Winter House is what did it for me. It really, like, I never really minded her on Summer House. And then Winter House happened. And then her behavior at the engagement party for Lindsay when she was going around to like all their like closest friends and family. It was like, I just found out about this like 30 minutes ago. And then it shows her to the next person. And she's like, I just found out about this. And they're like, this isn't the time or place. Like, I do think she's like a good friend and a good person and stuff. But like, and maybe it was because like her and Rob had just broken up and whatnot. But like her behavior in Winter House when she was throwing Brian Benny's clothes around the room that his mom had just sent him.
Oh yeah, poor Brian.
Like that lives rent free in my mind, that scene. And he's like, your mom just got those. And she's like, party. Like,
so I mean, but have you gotten any kind of like insider tea with how Summer House season is going at all?
I haven't, except for just what Paige said on like Bravo by Gay's podcast. Like, I know she said she's like checking in with Sierra all the time, and like Sierra's like super anxious, like without her there, I guess.
I'm so scared Sierra's gonna hook up with Jesse Solomon.
Oh my God. I hope not.
Because she keeps saying she won't, but then I'm like, he is so persistent, he will wear her down.
I know, and she doesn't have Paige to be like, no.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, like, and
Amanda's like
gonna be in the bed bugs.
I know. Amanda's like outside trying to get Kyle to stop like peeing in the woods. Like Jesse's gonna take her and like make out with her somewhere, and there's gonna be no one to help her.
That's what I want. The final scene of like the final season of Summer House is just Kyle outside peeing on the fence for the last time while he's crying and like with a mouthful of like gummy bears. Like, I'm gonna miss you, Summer House. I'm gonna miss you. Because it needs to end with just him alone, like pissing on a wall. Okay, so Summer House is coming up. Are you watching this season of Orange County?
I am.
What do you think about this season? What is the storyline here?
So I am happy that Gretchen is back. I think she's been a really, really good.
I never thought I never thought I would be agreeing with Gretchen in these scenes.
Right? Either did I. And I didn't think I would enjoy her as much as I am right now. I feel like she's exactly the same as she was when we last saw her. Like she has not changed at all, except all of a sudden she's like really religious. But
yeah, I love every scene of like, I prayed to God to soften my heart. And I was like, God wants nothing to do with Orange County. What are you talking about?
And with the voodoo, she was like, the Bible says like,
oh yeah, I love that Shannon, Tamara, and Gretchen got really scared about voodoo. And I'm like, guys, calm down.
Oh, I know. I'm like, you guys all, Gretchen Googled Bible voodoo and like found that quote 2 seconds before. And like, I thought Shannon might be kind of into it because she like likes all that spiritual stuff, but
too much, too dark. And then, I mean, like, so Tamara, like this past week, it's getting lost in the weeds because we're bringing creators into it, like Kiki and Bravo Babe and these people, like, and people are talking with Katie, and Katie might be a liar. And then Tamara this week was like, I was told, like, because remember the season, you guys, the Naked Wasted happened, which we flashed back to. And Tamara says that Katie told her that Gretchen said Tamara roofied her back in the day on OC. And Gretchen's like, I never said that at all. And Katie's saying, I didn't say that at all. What do you think is happening? Because Tamara's like, I have 2 reputable news sources. And I was like, what? It's not like the Washington Post is doing like coverage on OC. Like, what do you think is happening?
Honestly, I was more shocked. Like, if someone said that she wasn't roofied that night, I would have been more shocked to hear that than she was roofied. Because that night was like,
because then it was also Tamara's son was involved too.
Oh God, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh God. But I can't even think about him.
Well, so I mean, what do you think is going on? Who do you believe? Who do you?
I don't know. It's so hard because like I have a very hard time trusting Tamara ever with anything she says. I don't think she is a changed person at all. Like I feel like she's like the Jax of Orange County. Everything is like, I'm working on myself. I'm a work in progress. Like that's her.
Well, it's like, we had religion, we had bodybuilding, and now we have therapy.
Right. And now she's on the spectrum too. Like all those she just pulls the stuff like out of thin air. And I have a hard time believing her. I kind of loved that Gretchen like started off like kind of believing her. And then at the dinner was like, actually, why the fuck would I ever believe you? You've done nothing but spread lies about me, fuck me over, and all these other things.
That's why Gretchen works in a sense, because it's like a perfect foil for Tamara, because Tamara has been able to like, the rest of that cast is easy for Tamara to get in line and like do whatever she says. And Gretchen is like, yo, this is how I see how you treated me. And even online, I noticed Gretchen is clocking Tamara right and left. And like, I think Tamara has had it fairly easy with who she's had to work with, where Tamara can always come out like on top or like queen bee in a sense. And Gretchen is, I don't know, like, so I'm wondering if it's going to make Tamara step up her game of like, I'm going to have to use different tactics to get my point across, because she already quit. And then she admitted online she was on Xanax and booze in the New Orleans trip.
She went into that dinner thinking everyone was going to side with her and it was going to be a gang up, a pile up on Katie, and that everyone was going to agree with Tamara and like she would be the hero and whatnot and like be vindicated. And it like so went the opposite way, which is why I think she left. I mean, obviously there was clearly something wrong with her otherwise, but like I don't think she was prepared for any of that. Like you said, she's usually used to being the one like calling the shots and whatnot.
Yeah, or like being able to be like so forceful that people just side with her. And so when that is called out, I think it was really frustrating. And it almost goes to show this is why you shouldn't be drinking during these scenes because you need to have your wits about you. And I don't think she was ready for pushback. And then I think it was like she had like a, the 40-yard stare. And I was like, I just think right now she can't even in her mind, that time, like maybe back in the day or maybe even last weekend, you guys, where you've drank so much where you realize, oh, fuck, I'm drunk and I need to act like I'm not drunk. That was the vibe.
Oh, yeah. That was her eye. Like one eye was like,
yeah, Gina clocked that immediately. Gina was like, her eyes are all over the place. You're crazy. Yeah.
And like the way she was yelling at Heather, like Heather's like, it's okay, sweetie. She's like,
Heather kept going, do you want some of my jambalaya? And I'm like, what, Heather, what are you talking about? Like, we're having a fight right now.
My favorite part of that whole thing is like, they're all talking about like roofies and like all these serious things. And Jen's like, did anyone see that unflattering photo of me? That like, it's like,
I feel like, are they making them say former fatty photo? Because they keep saying former fatty photo where I'm like, can you say anything else besides calling it this? And then it's one of those things of like, yeah, who cares about the photo right now? We're literally talking about something completely different. And Jen's like, I want to see it. I want to see the former fatty photo. And I'm like, we'll do that in another episode. We got time.
Talking about someone being roofied and Tamara's eyeball, like one's like in a different zip code. And like, we're trying to figure out what's going on. But Jen's like, there's a fatty photo going around. It's like, oh my God. I just loved her timing with that because it was so inappropriate and so not the time. And like, I don't even think anyone really answered her. They all just kind of like,
no, I mean, I think sometimes, and I'm curious if this storyline will have any sort of resolution or will be a storyline left by the wayside. We're like, well, we just don't care anymore. Do you think Katie Janela is lying? And has Katie Janela ever reached out to you to make positive memes or negative memes about her cast members?
She hasn't reached out to me to make anything, but if I've made anything about Tamara or something, she's been like, like
she's LOL, girl, LOL.
Yeah, same girl, bestie. And I'm like,
well, are you ever like that? Because I'm like, I got this storyline and I was like, fuck, she's never reached out to me to do anything. Like, I mean, she's never reached out for me to collab secretly on a negative post at all. And at the same time, I do believe she's reached out to other people. So I'm just wondering, like, who she chooses to, like, reach out to.
No, I didn't get, like, a collab. I mean, I was collabing with myself on Tamara, and she just remarked. But, no, but don't you I get FOMO sometimes that I'm like, I think you're being snarky. Why don't you want me to be snarky about this person? I will. I'll do it.
Well, I remember when Tamara quit, and word got back to the Bravo audience, not, like it played out on this week's episode, but, this was, 6 months ago or whenever it was. And I remember because, listen, I've said things about Teddy in the past when she was on Beverly Hills, but my God, I want Teddy to be okay. And I was like, oh, wow, things are obviously really bad with Teddy. But I even reached out to Tamara and said, hey, hope you keep your head up, because I thought it was about Teddy. I was like, because I think that can be very stressful. My mom passed away from cancer. So, and then it turns out she was like wasted, like she was drunk. Yeah.
And I think also too, I think it's so funny because I don't think there's one person that saw that and was like, oh my God, she left the show. Like she's done.
No, everybody knew.
Everyone knew she was coming back in 10 minutes. Like it was just, and everyone knew they were away on a cast trip too. I think people had said like they were filming in New Orleans and
I was seeing like people posting photos of them on like Bourbon Street and stuff like that. So I knew it was a cast trip.
It was so obvious that it was about whatever was going on. And I feel like she tried to spin it to make it about like everything that went on with Teddy. And like obviously what went on with Teddy is awful. Like I'm not a huge Teddy fan by any means, but like, oh my God, like I hope she's okay. And I hope she's through this. Like, and but I mean, Tamara.
Tamara's been on reality television for so long that it's like not in the Sheena category, but at the same time, you do go in. It's almost like I would imagine some kind of NFL player and like going, like I want more stuff going between the ladies and not stuff on the outside at all. Like I want like enough stuff happening between them. And that's when it starts to feel like it's a show that's been cast as opposed to a real life
That's when it
group of
gets
girlfriends.
like, I feel like at this point, Kiki should just come on as the cast member because they
Well, by the way, I kind of
so
almost suspect that Kiki will be on the show this season.
at this point, they should because they have mentioned her by name so many times
And it's
that
no, it's just like former fatty photo. They have to keep saying Kiki Monique, Kiki Monique. They don't just say Kiki, they say Kiki Monique.
I know, like, and I know what you mean too, like, with the drama, like, when it's on the outside like that, it feels, like, less authentic and
Well, I don't want to be reminded of something that I do. You know, like I don't want to play a part in these stories because you know how good it is when it's like actually stuff that's happening between them as opposed to what we make happen or like their reactions to whatever we do. That stuff sometimes is just like not interesting to me as much.
right, and, like, we don't wanna think about them being on a reality show. We wanna think, like, they're supposed to be doing things with, like, their real life, like, the
Yeah.
family drama and the thing like, you talk shit about her at lunch and, like, whatever, and not,
Well,
well,
they need term limits on housewives.
they do.
Do you think now that do you think there's a chance cuz I know Kiki's good friends with Janet and Sheena. What if Kiki winds up on the Valley?
Oh my gosh.
What if they're soft launching Kiki on reality television through OC and then she winds up on the Valley?
She's so nice, honestly,
Yeah.
I would love to see her on there, that would be fun. I would so much prefer that than Sheena. She could be Janet's ally, but I also wouldn't want her to get,
In the
like,
mess.
live by, like, all the people who can't stand Janet or get into that whole entanglement
Yeah,
of
because you have to choose sides in some way, but it just popped into my head. Finally, you're watching the season of Real Housewives of Miami, right?
yes.
I love this, and I don't cover it nearly as much as I should, but, like, what do you like about it?
I think it's just kind of what you and I were just saying. Like, it's not the blogger drama. Like, all the drama that's happening with them is in real time mostly, and it's, like, between the girls, you know? It's not
And they've known each other for most of them for so long. There's, like, real history
right.
there.
And I feel like too, I just love how, like, delusional some of them are, like Larsa and stuff like that. Like, I love that, like, insane sense of entitlement that you wanna see in a housewife sometimes that, like, that's what makes it, like, funny. Like, we're not like, "Oh my god, I wanna be her." We're like, "Oh my god, is that for real?" Like, that
Dude, why does Larsa wear those one-piece jumpsuits? Like, can we get her in some cargo shorts and a t-shirt? Like, why does she is that, like, why that? Is that the look? What
she,
is
like,
going on?
almost always has a camel toe, and, like
I see. I have not checked that out, but I will look next time for it. But like, but it's so weird. And like, there's another one that I get so, not sad is the word, but I'm just like, dude, like, you know, obviously still broken up about Marcus and pissed that Lisa is still following Marcus on Instagram. But then you get, you know, you're like, what is Larsa really thinking in her head? Like, is Larsa thinking she's a queen or is Larsa scared to remain relevant?
I feel like a mix of both. I feel like she thinks she's hot shit, but also is afraid of being irrelevant, I think, too.
Yeah. And then Stephanie is the new cast member who, you know, I always get worried when somebody is that rich, where you're flying a couple of your cast members private over to Spain.
And you go into Canada for a date night.
Yeah, like there's a lot of money being spent, and she goes up against Alexia, and there's like a Rottweiler Chihuahua a recurring joke that's happening, and Alexia and Stephanie supposedly make up in this like past couple of episodes. But what do you make of the new cast member?
I like her, and what I like about the drama with Alexia is that, like, it's not that deep, you know? It's just stupid, petty stuff, like calling her a Rottweiler
Yeah,
on
she doesn't back down from Alexia, who's like a big dog.
right, and Alexia is just like, "That's not funny, that was not a joke with you, like, that was, like, not that's not a joke to me," like, as if she's making fun of her about something, like, "She called you a Rottweiler," and Alexia is like, "That's not I don't find those things funny," like, that's what I like about that kinda drama that, like, the new girl's bringing and, like, being mad at Lisa being late, like, I would have been pissed too if Lisa was 2.5 hours late and everyone's, like, waiting for her. So, like, I like that her drama is just, like, this petty stuff. Like, like when Monica came on and her drama was like super heavy and
Yeah.
super crazy and like kind of changed the show a lot. Um, I feel like hers is so lighthearted and it's not anything that they can't recover from. Like, it's not like her and Alexia can never come back from this because she called her a Rottweiler,
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
and that's
But
what
I'm just curious if there will ever be any sort of like financial impropriety, or like I always get worried like what we're going to find out in the future. It's like, okay, what, is there anything dark lying beneath the surface that will be, yeah, there's always is. What did you think? Did you see Todd's like 30-minute statement about
Yes. Oh my
Alexia that he
God.
released this week?
Yeah, I did. I can't stand him. I don't know what I don't even know why she gives him the time of day, honestly.
I took care of Frankie. That's what and I will take care of Frankie. That kid means everything. Like he's saying it so convincingly, but you're like, there's no like he's saying that Miami made up the storyline of him moving out during the day. Oh, like, and Alexia had no idea.
Yeah, like, I don't believe that for a second. Like, I don't think he's a good person at all.
I
Like,
don't think they would manufacture something that intense. I just
right.
don't think they would. I mean,
And,
I
like,
know
I'm
reality shows.
into it either, like, someone like that. Like, I just don't.
Yeah, but it's like sucks because we never will fully like. I would just want a referee that says this is what's true and this is what's not true.
Right. Same.
Um, as we're closing up here, but like Real Houses of Salt Lake City, we got the preview last week. I'm very much looking forward to this on September 16th. Anything that stuck out to you in this
I'm so
trailer?
sad about Angie and Mary and their friendship.
Yeah, because she was like the Mary whisperer and they seem to be fighting, and Mary needs somebody in her corner to stabilize her. And I'm also worried that we're seeing Mary's church again.
Oh god, I know. Me too. I know.
Yeah. And then it seems like Lisa, there's some financial issues with Lisa and
Herm Brun
Bronwyn. And
at it. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I think it's gonna be great. Did you hear anything behind the scenes stuff with that at all?
I haven't. Have you?
No, but I don't like go searching for it
Neither do
either. Like,
I don't even watch the 7-minute previews of the shows that come
oh
out.
yeah, because you guys, they'll release an episode and then they'll release the first 7 minutes of the next episode, usually the next day, and I will usually skip those as well, just because sometimes you want to watch the entire thing.
Yeah, and I'd be surprised too. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like there's so little surprises in anything these days. Like,
yeah. Come on, are you going to BravoCon?
as of right now, I'm not. I mean,
Well, we'll chalk that up to a yes. You're going. Great.
I'd like to. I'm just too poor.
Come on, you reach out to Bravo. You've done so much for the Bravo brand.
I know. I wish it was still in New York. I mean, I know you're on the West Coast, so you don't, but like it was so easy. But I would love to go. That would be so sick. So I mean, maybe
Hey, let's put it out.
listening.
Yeah, Bravo, Donald, anybody, if you're listening, let's get Jennifer to BravoCon. And I will say last week when Taylor Swift announced The Life of a Showgirl, that night I was like up working on the podcast and I got the first of like 80 vinyl that she released. And you were the first meme I saw of The Life of a Showgirl. And I think you had was it Countess Luann?
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I think you started that meme format, and then I saw every other Bravo account do it the next like 4 days. I think you started that meme format. Did you get any credit?
I know. I think I did because I did it at like 12:15 when that came out at 12:12.
I saw it immediately when I was at my desk, and it was like 9:15 here or something, but I saw it immediately. You were the first one I saw. I put it in my stories, and then I see everybody doing it.
Off. I know. And then there were some that was like the same photo too.
Well, that's what I mean. In terms of final question, in terms of like content creation, this has always been your personal account, your personal feelings. You say anything you want. You post yourself watching shows and your stories. But like I've found like over the last couple of years, I feel like I've really lost my sense of humor, and I don't think in memes or stuff like that as much anymore. Like, where are you at with like content creation and meme making?
I'm still that I feel
God
like
bless you.
I feel like my account has not evolved at all. Like,
But see, I think that's what people want, is that people like, it's like, I can't tell if it's me evolving or just me losing a sense of humor, but like sometimes I just don't have it in me to be like, oh God, fucking another Sandoval meme,
oh yeah, I feel like my growth has been -50. So I
That's what
it's
we want. No growth November coming this week.
okay.
Okay, you guys, if you don't, I know you already probably all do, at blocked_by_Jax. Jax has blocked her once again. I think that was a big revelation that we got. She used to host a podcast as well called Bravo Before Boys, I believe, right?
Yeah, oh my God, what a throwback.
That was a long time ago. So hopefully one day after she's married, or maybe once she's starting to raise a family, the podcast will start back up. But I've missed having you on here. So thank you so much for coming
No,
on today.
I'm so happy
Is
to.
there anything else that you want to say or promote or anything?
Okay, send me to BravoCon, and also I'm doing a wedding fundraiser on my account. There's a link for Muddy Paws in New York City to donate. They save like all the abandoned puppies in New York City, and like
Wait. So this is a fundraiser for your wedding, but it's going towards helping
yeah, like
animals.
it's under my wedding name, because people were asking me about like, I want to send, like, what's your registry, and I'm like, I'm not do it like that. I feel weird, icky asking people to do that. So I made like a web page. It's like for my wedding, but it's a fundraiser thing.
Wait,
So
how long till the wedding?
it's in June. So you got 9 months.
Dude, I'm so crazy. I was like, oh my God, that's next month. And then it turns out we're in August right now, I think. So
If anyone has even like $1 to spare, they literally just save all the dogs in New York City and rehome
you
them.
guys, I'll put that in my stories today if you listen to this today, and it'll throw you to that link. But please, as always, come back anytime. This has been way too long, and thank you for your service as always.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back on.